Have you ever seen a tightrope walker at the circus? It's an amazing sight. Someone balancing high above the ground, moving carefully along a thin rope, with the crowd holding their breath below. Every step is a test of skill, focus, and courage. The tightrope walker's arms stretch out for balance, and sometimes they use a long pole to help steady themselves. It looks almost magical, as if they're floating in the air, defying gravity with every careful step. Now imagine doing that every single day, not on a rope, but high up in the treetops, where the ground is far, far below, and the only path is a maze of twisting, narrow branches. The wind rustles the leaves, and the branches sway gently, making every step a new challenge. There's an animal that does just that. Meet the red panda, the real acrobat of the forest. Unlike the circus performer, the red panda doesn't need a net or a pole. Its entire life is spent high above the forest floor, moving with incredible agility and balance. With its soft, reddish-brown fur and a face marked like a tiny masked bandit, the red panda blends perfectly among the mossy branches and dappled sunlight. Its white markings help it hide from predators, while its small, rounded ears listen for the slightest sound in the treetops. But its real secret? That long, bushy tail. It's not just for looking cute or keeping warm at night. The tail isn't just for show. It's a natural balancing stick, letting the red panda tiptoe along the skinniest branches. When the wind blows or a branch wobbles, the red panda flicks its tail to steady itself, just like a tightrope walker uses a pole. Living high above the ground, the red panda's world is a maze of branches. Some sturdy, some wobbly, some barely thick enough to hold its weight. It must always be alert, planning each step and leap, using its sharp claws to grip the bark and its tail to keep from tumbling down. To reach its favorite bamboo leaves and fruits, the red panda must move with careful, silent grace. It stretches out, balancing on one paw, reaching for a tasty snack, all while keeping its body steady and safe. Every step is a dance, and the tail is always at work, keeping the red panda safe from falls. Even when it naps, the red panda wraps its tail around itself for warmth and security, like a cozy blanket. Ready to discover how this tail works? We're about to meet a very special red panda and learn her balancing secret. Watch closely as she moves through her treetop home, showing off her incredible skills. And guess what? You'll even get to try balancing like a red panda yourself. Can you keep your balance as you walk along a narrow beam or log, just like our furry friend? Get ready to step into the world of the treetop tightrope walker. Imagine the view from up high, the feeling of the breeze, and the excitement of moving from branch to branch. Let's learn how to balance just like a red panda. With a little practice, you too can become a master of balance and agility, just like the amazing treetop tightrope walker of the forest. Deep in the cool, misty mountains of Asia lives Ruby, a curious red panda. She's not just any red panda. Ruby is a true explorer, always eager to discover new sights and smells in her lush green home. Her world is filled with towering trees, thick bamboo groves, and the gentle sounds of the forest all around her. Ruby's fur shines like a new penny, glowing with a warm reddish hue that helps her blend in with the mossy branches and reddish-brown tree trunks. Her favorite thing in the world is climbing high above the ground, where she can look out over her entire forest kingdom and watch the world wake up below her. Each morning, Ruby stretches in her cozy tree nest, yawning as the sun peeks through the leaves. She's ready for a new day of adventure. Her first mission, finding breakfast. She loves to nibble on tender bamboo shoots that grow on the skinniest, hardest-to-reach branches. No easy task for such a small animal. To reach these tasty treats, Ruby must walk slowly and carefully along the narrowest branches, high above the forest floor. She's a master of balance, and she relies on her most important tool, her long, bushy tail, to help her every step of the way. This tail, almost as long as her body, isn't just beautiful, it's her balancing pole. With its thick, fluffy fur and bold rings, it's as eye-catching as it is useful. As Ruby moves along the narrow branches, her tail is always busy, swaying and shifting to keep her steady. It acts like a tightrope walker's pole, helping her adjust her balance with every tiny movement. Without her tail, Ruby would wobble dangerously and might even fall to the ground below. The forest canopy is a tricky place, and only the most skillful climbers can survive up here. So, whenever you see a red panda, notice that magnificent tail. It's the key to her survival. It's not just for show, it's a lifeline that keeps her safe and lets her do amazing things. Thanks to her tail, Ruby can move with confidence and grace through her treetop world, leaping from branch to branch and exploring places few other animals can reach. At night, when the mountain air turns chilly, Ruby curls up in her nest and wraps her tail around her body like a soft, warm blanket. It keeps her cozy and snug until morning comes again. Ruby knows just how important her tail is. It's her secret weapon, her comfort, and her constant companion in the treetops. With her tail, Ruby can explore, eat, and thrive high above the ground, living a life full of adventure and wonder in the forest canopy. That's why Ruby loves her tail. It's her best friend in the treetops, always there to help her, whether she's playing, climbing, or just relaxing in the sun. So next time you see a red panda, remember Ruby and her amazing tail. Let's watch how she uses it to become the queen of the treetops. Have you ever wondered how Ruby, the red panda, manages to stay so steady high up in the trees? The secret lies in her amazing tail, and it's all about science and a little bit of nature's magic. Imagine you're playing on a seesaw at the playground. You need to find just the right spot to keep from tipping over. That's called balance, and it's super important for Ruby too. When Ruby walks along a thin, wobbly branch, she stretches her big, fluffy tail out behind her like a tightrope walker holding a pole. Her tail isn't just for show, it's her secret weapon. If the branch sways to the left, Ruby quickly shifts her tail to the right. If it wobbles to the right, she moves her tail left. This clever trick helps her stay perfectly balanced, no matter how much the tree moves. She's always making tiny adjustments, using her tail like a balancing stick. This keeps her safe from falling, even when she's high above the ground. Thanks to her tail, Ruby can reach out to the very tips of the thinnest branches, where the juiciest leaves and tastiest treats grow. Without her tail, she'd never be able to get to her favorite snacks. If her tail was short and stubby, it wouldn't help her at all. But Ruby's tail is long, thick, and super fluffy, just right for balancing and reaching. It's almost like having a superpower. Her tail lets her climb, leap, and explore the treetops with confidence and skill. But that's not all. When the sun goes down and the chilly mountain air settles in, Ruby curls up and wraps her tail around herself, keeping warm and cozy all night long. Her tail is like a built-in sleeping bag, soft and warm, protecting her from the cold while she sleeps peacefully in the trees. By day, her tail keeps her safe as she climbs and explores. By night, it keeps her snug and warm, no matter how chilly it gets. That's why the red panda's tail is one of nature's most wonderful inventions, a perfect tool for balance, warmth, and adventure. So next time you try to balance on a log or beam, remember Ruby and her fluffy tail. Can you balance as well as a red panda? Give it a try and see if you can discover your own balancing superpower. Ready to try balancing like a red panda? Let's play the red panda walk. Find a safe, open space at home. No need for real trees, just your imagination. Pretend one arm is your tail or tie a scarf or blanket behind you for extra fun. Make a straight line on the floor with tape, a jump rope, or a piece of yarn. This is your branch, your goal. Walk along the line from one end to the other without stepping off. Go slow and steady, just like Ruby. Place each foot carefully, heel to toe. If you feel wobbly, use your tail to help you balance. Imagine you're high in the trees, feeling the breeze and looking for tasty treats. Take a deep breath, picture yourself as Ruby, and start your treetop journey. Can you make it all the way across? Let's get walking, little panda. See how well you can balance. Here's how to play the red panda walk. Stand at one end of your line. This is your starting tree. Get your pretend tail ready. Arm out or scarf trailing. Step onto the line. Heel first, then toe, just like a tightrope walker. Walk slowly, heel to toe, keeping your eyes forward. If you wobble, shift your tail or body to regain balance. Imagine a juicy berry waiting at the end of the branch. Say to yourself, slow and steady, just like Ruby. When you reach the end, celebrate. You did it. Try walking back, or make it trickier by going backwards or closing your eyes for a step or two, with a grown-up nearby. The red panda walk can be played in lots of ways. The most important thing is to have fun while practicing your balancing skills. Keep challenging yourself. You're becoming a real treetop expert. If you wobble or step off the line, that's perfectly okay. Even Ruby wobbles sometimes. Windy days and slippery branches happen. Wobbling means you're learning and practicing, just like red panda cubs do. Each wobble is a chance to use your tail and get steady again. Don't worry about being perfect. Just have fun and try again. Every explorer needs practice to get good at new skills. The more you play, the steadier you'll become. Be proud of your wobbles. They show you're trying something new. Ruby would be proud of you for not giving up. Keep practicing, keep wobbling, and enjoy your treetop adventure. You're doing an amazing job. Time for the Great Tail Quiz. Let's see what you've learned. I'll name 3 animals. You guess which ones use their tails for balance. First, the pig's short, curly tail lives on the ground. Does it use its tail for balance? Next, the squirrel's small, bushy tail climbs trees and runs along wires. What do you think? Last, the red panda long, fluffy tail, master of the treetops. Which of these animals use their tails to balance? Think carefully. It might be more than one. Make your guess. Ready for the answer? Let's find out who's in the Balance Tail Club. Here's the answer. The red panda definitely uses its tail for balance. Great job if you guessed that. But the squirrel does too. Squirrels use their bushy tails to stay steady as they leap and climb. The pig, though, doesn't use its tail for balance. It's just too short. So both the red panda and the squirrel are balance tail champions. Their tails help them survive and move with skill in their homes. You're now an official animal expert. Give yourself a cheer. Long tails are more than just pretty. They're amazing tools. The red panda's tail is perfect for its treetop life. You've uncovered one of nature's coolest secrets. Well done, nature detective. What an adventure. You learned the red panda's secret and met Ruby, the treetop acrobat. You practiced balancing, played the red panda walk, and became a balance star yourself. Remember, it's always okay to wobble. Every step is part of learning. Try a red panda walk next time you see a lion on the sidewalk and show your family what you've learned. The animal world is full of amazing skills. Keep exploring. Find another animal and discover its special talent. Thank you for joining this red panda adventure. Keep practicing, keep sharing, and keep being curious. You're a true explorer. Goodbye for now, little red panda friend. Keep on balancing.